At this year's Tokyo Auto Salon, Lexus is showing off what could have been with the Lexus RZ, their first global electric vehicle. We'll get into the RZ Sport's concept in just a little bit, but we need to back up and talk about the RZ. The RZ has been delayed. I will be driving it soon. In fact, I'll be driving it March 1st. So if you want to get my impressions of Lexus's first electric vehicle here in the United States, make sure you're subscribed. It's built on the same platform as the BZ4X and Subaru Solterra. It is the ET&J platform. It shares the same batteries with those vehicles as well. If we go to the EV spreadsheet, this is what worries me a little bit for the RZ. I think the RZ, by the time it's out and it's already been delayed, it's already behind the curve against the competition. It doesn't mean it's not going to drive great. It doesn't mean it's not going to be an excellent luxury electric vehicle. I think it will be. It depends on the pricing here, which could really affect the Lexus model. It has the least amount of horsepower against its competition. It has a very modest but still fast 0 to 60 in around 5 seconds. It has the smallest battery pack versus its competition and therefore the least amount of range. 225 miles of range when you're spending luxury money is not that amazing. $60,000, we don't know what the starting price is. Starting prices for this vehicle are available around the world. It's just been announced in China. The starting prices are around the like 58, 59,000, if I remember correctly. So if they can bring it to America around 60,000, I think it has a chance. I think if we look at the Genesis GV60, make sure to watch my review on it. This needs to be the baseline for the RZ. Now, it has comparable horsepower, at least on the base grade. So if they can come in around $60,000, that would be great. Unfortunately for the RZ, this is where I was a little frustrated when Lexus revealed this vehicle, is that it is way too conservative even for Lexus. And what do I mean by that? Well, Lexus is not necessarily a performance luxury brand, but they have F Sport and they have F Sport Performance with the new RX and the IS 500. And they also have full-blown F cars. I'm not expecting a full-blown F for an electric vehicle for Lexus, but not offering an F Sport or an F Sport Performance is a complete failure for the brand with the launch of this RZ, in my opinion. All their other crossovers in the lineup, even the new LX has an F Sport, but the RZ does not, and that is a missed opportunity. However, the RZ Sport concept in the Tokyo Auto Salon gives us a glimpse of what could have been, essentially, for the RZ. They also had a ton of other concepts, mainly off-roadizing. They also modified the LX, go figure, it's a Land Cruiser, so it would be fun modifying. I don't know why they're doing this with the RX. Yeah, they're showing that it has this versatility with the right accessories. You can put a camper on top, big tires on it, but the RX is an on-road vehicle. So, but the cool thing, the best thing about this is the GX. Again, they keep teasing the GX with more and more concepts for off-roading. So hopefully we get something from the production end with the new GX coming out later this year. That looks something like this would be freaking really, really cool. Back to the RZ Sport concept. The RZ Sport concept offers the unique driving experience of a battery EV combined with the joy of customization. And this model is equipped with high output 150 kilowatt motors in the front and rear to achieve even more powerful driving performance. The RZ has a 150 kilowatt motor in the front of the vehicle, and I think it's an 80 kilowatt motor in the rear for the RZ 450e that's still yet to hit the market. Now, that gives us a little over 300 horsepower. 300 kilowatts would get us over 400 horsepower, and this would have been perfect for them to have an F Sport Performance. The vehicle's also been lowered by 35 millimeters and features all sorts of custom aero parts, etc. And if they had an RZ 550e F Sport Performance with 402 horsepower, it would go great against the GV60 Performance. Hopefully they would be able to match it or come close with the price around $70,000. I'm still excited for this vehicle, but when we're looking on paper, it is already falling short of its competition. Are you excited for the RZ, or are you just wanting a fully battery electric version of the IS that should be coming by 2025. I'll see you guys down below, but we have other Toyota news coming out of Japan. They want to make 10.6 million units for 2023. They're planning on producing that many. However, they're saying due to other risks, it could be 10% lower, and that would get us to 9.54 million vehicles, which is still higher than what they're expecting for the 2023 or the 2022 fiscal year ending March 2023, and that's around 9.2 million vehicles. So at the minimum, we'll see about 300,000 more units made from Toyota this year. And at the very most, we'll see about 1.5 million vehicles more than we did this past year. So hopefully they can do that. The customer demand is massive because they're not able to produce at the volumes they're supposed to, or they would like to, I should say. Toyota Motor Europe's market share increases to a record 7.3% in 2022, has gained an almost full percentage point versus 2021. And they sold a total of over 1 million units in Europe. Now, if we look at their total electrified vehicles, not only is it growing, but it's about 70% of their total vehicles sold in Europe. And if you look at Western Europe, it's 74%, and Eastern Europe, 32%, and then total about 66% are electrified. Conversely, here in North America, it's around 25%, maybe even less for their total hybrids in their lineup. And sadly for Lexus in Europe, down 30% versus last year. Here in the United States, it was down around 15%, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. So they're just not able to produce those electrified models that they need. And they don't have the lineup over there that they do in the United States. A lot of the countries don't have the IS or the RC anymore. It's hard to get a grasp of how well these models are actually doing other than just raw volume here, because Toyota hasn't put up like a percentage gained per model versus last year. And lastly, Toyota is sitting out of the Super Bowl for the first time since 2017. As of right now, I think Kia is the only one signed up for the Super Bowl this year, which is quite surprising. General Motors, I think, is still likely to get in, but I don't think they've made an announcement at this point in time. And I got to cut myself off. Are you excited for the Lexus RZ? Do you wish there's an F-Sport performance to give buyers more choice and for it to be more competitive against the competition? And do you think Toyota will be able to produce 10.6 million vehicles for the calendar year of 2023? Fingers crossed they can do it, because the demand is high and they don't want to wait around for their vehicles. We're getting sick of it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day and peace.